guess, my 30s and late 20s where I realised, okay, I've experienced a certain level of success, but I want more. I want to learn more. I want to experience more. And I realised there were parts of me that were holding me back from achieving those goals. And then really had to give those as much attention as I was to my ambition, if that makes sense. Running my businesses has developed me as a person completely. Everything from forcing me to examine how I see myself and whether or not that was helpful and productive, because ultimately our view of ourselves translates into how others perceive us, and you want to make sure that's as healthy as possible. So for me, I had to really be very honest and look in the mirror and ask myself, who is Jessica, and just be really clear on that, and then give attention to the areas that I didn't like about myself. What I enjoy more than anything else is sharing my journey, and it's not just going to number 10 Downing Street, going to the Palace and receiving my MBE. It is the dark moments, it's being in the hostel at 17, it's struggling to have the cash to get to university in Essex. It's all of those difficult moments because they are all a part. It's the juxtaposition of the tough with the dizzy highs of being in private jets and going to incredible islands that my career has allowed me to do. I enjoy sharing that because I see people's eyes sort of light up, you know, when I explain having become a mum at 17 and where I am now. And it's because I get it, it gives them an insight into what's possible. If you just move away from defining yourself by how others define you. You know, ultimately we have the power to design our life. I truly believe that, and to decide who we're going to be and what our path is going to look like. Invest as much in your personal growth as you do in your business plan, in getting a mentor, and all of the external things that we put so much focus on. Because in my experience, I've found that you can have the best mentor, the best business plan, fantastic funding, but if you haven't taken the time to really examine whether or not your mindset and your outlook are conducive to success, then you will only get to a certain point. All of the most successful entrepreneurs out there do something which is linked to self-development in some way, and it's absolutely been crucial in my own life and an area that I continue to devote time to. When I got my MBE, it was amazing. It was amazing because I think as a young woman, as a young teenage 17-year-old, I felt very aware and conscious. I felt judged, you know, I felt written off, not just by family and friends, but by society at large. And, you know, I was on this mission for years to prove everyone wrong. You know, that was my driving force. And it worked in many ways. It got me where I needed to get to. But then I had to let go of that at a stage and sort of accept, okay, well, you're here now, you don't have anything else to prove. And that came from the sort of introspectiveness that I encourage everybody to do, because if I continued in that vein, it would have held me back. And so I think getting my MBE was a sort of very final statement of, you're making a contribution which went beyond my own personal gain. You know, initially I wanted to be successful for me. I wanted to be able to provide for my daughter, make sure she had a fantastic education. And then I did that, and then it became about more than that. You know, what have I got to give? And the irony is that what I had to give was everything I'd struggled with. But taking my parents to the Palace and my daughter was just the best day ever, you know, yeah, the best day. It's always lovely to be asked to sit on the sofa for daytime TV or to appear in a magazine or newspaper feature, because it's visibility. You know, when the media features you, it's unlike advertising, it's third-party endorsement, and that has so much more of an impact with the consumer. Everybody knows now that if you have an advert in a magazine, that you've paid for that and it's you saying, I'm great. But what PR does, which is essentially what happens when I've been on TV or in a newspaper, it's someone else saying, I'm great. And that's positioned me as an individual who knows what they're talking about in public relations. Revel in that moment, you know, revel in your moment at the microphone and share some of your journey in a succinct manner. Don't waffle, but, you know, sum up what it's taken for you to get to this point and what your vision is for moving forward, because you then empower others to do so. And that's what I love about what I do.